All right, just an update on my window motor build. I've got the rotor and it's freaking gorgeous, and I have huge magnets in there. These are 4 inch by a half inch by a quarter inch, and I haven't put the resin in yet, but it's balanced beautifully, or at least so far. So in this one, I decided to put a hole in the top, and I will try my best to seal the bottom here. Most of the time, it works okay if I use hot glue, but the last time when I built this guy over here, when I built this guy with the hot glue, I had some leakage because I don't think I did it correctly, but I'm going to try it again. I guess the worst thing that can happen is it doesn't, it leaks, but this thing is heavy, and it's going to be even heavier with the resin in there. Hopefully it's not too heavy. And so you see these three pieces in there. Those were braces to brace this unit so that I can put the magnets in. It was actually, it was surprisingly easy because I made the cutouts nice and tight, so I didn't even really need to even glue those like I did with the other ones. And this is an old water bottle. That's the company I used to work for. Yeah, it's an old water bottle, so I don't know if I'll paint it or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to show you a quick update. So I know there's that weed whacker noise out there, or blower. It's my brother-in-law. He loves his blower. Anyway, I just wanted to show you, I just did the pour. So all that stuff on the bottom is the hot glue to stop it from leaking. I'll pull the hot glue off after it's dried, but the pour went perfect. No leaks. Took a lot of resin. But yeah, it's freaking nice. And no leaks, man. That's all I care about. So I was able to over pour the top, which is what I wanted to do. And then when this hardens by tomorrow, I'll turn it upside down and over pour the other side. And then I'm going to build the coil. Ciao. So there's the bottom part of the coil. I've got this black plastic. I've got tons of it, so I'm going to use it. But I also got these glass little mirrors that I'm going to use for the maglev. I'm going to replace the plastic with the glass because I know glass or a mirror or whatever is will have less contact or less friction, I guess you call it. This guy's still cooking. I hit it with the torch every once in a while to get the bubbles off the top. Unfortunately, there's a ton of bubbles underneath the plastic, the acrylic end piece, but I don't really care about that. I don't. The only way I could get rid of those is to put it in a pressure pot. So there's those big magnets I told you about for the maglev that make the world a difference. I'm also going to put them on the big guy. Hey, something I found out which I thought was really weird. Now, I was always told that if you put heat to a magnet, it will cause it to demagnetize. But then as soon as you remove the heat, I thought it'll go back. Well, I used heat on this guy to get it off of the end of this big one because I had popped some crazy glue on there. And now it's still magnetic, but it's tremendously less, considerably less, which I thought was really weird. I thought it would come back, but I guess if you put too much heat on it, yeah, if you put too much heat, it hoses it. So that's a good lesson because I want to get these off of here to put the bigger ones on. And I think I can just use something like acetone. I think if I soak it in acetone, that'll kill the crazy glue. Not going to use heat anymore, that's for dang sure. But yeah, I'm glad I got these pieces of glass. I'm going to put those on both of the maglevs. The big one, which runs the big one here, and the smaller one, which runs the small one. And they're over there just hanging out with all the other stuff. Just a lot of stuff. Here's that little, yeah, I'm going to, the first circuit I'm going to try on this is that one with the four-legged Hall effect sensor. I want to see how well it works on that without it heating up the sensor, because when I tried it on some of the bigger motors, it heated up the sensor big time. So I think if I use thin wire and a lot of it on a spool, I will, I think I'll negate that problem. And I also got myself a whole bunch of these spools. So I'm going to use some of these. Obviously, I'm not going to use them that big. What I'll do is cut off a piece and shorten them. Anyway. Can't believe I bought these three things. Oops. Can't believe I bought these things. They were well worth it though. I got some really good ideas from them. This one I always wanted to buy. I always wanted a Mendocino motor, but I want to take that puppy apart and see how it's wired in there. All right, ciao.